Today it is October 17th, and we're going to be doing inequalities, otherwise known as greater than less than signs. I am going to start out by saying that on the notes, you can kind of mark off these two symbols, and later this year we will use them. We just kind of went a little crazy. We will use those when we graph later this year. The only other symbol we forgot to put on these notes is that symbol. But we kind of thought you knew it. Those lines just mean equal to. You can say it. It's okay. So I just want to kind of clear that up first. We just kind of messed up. Today is the 17th. It is Wednesday. This is the third set of stuff or information you will need to know for the quiz on Friday. Okay. Just to kind of recap, on Friday you will need to know the integer information, just in case you're wondering. Mainly these sentences are a big one. How to do, telling me like if it's above normal that it's positive. And then number lines. And then last night, we actually just went over our homework on absolute value, that everything with the absolute value bars changes to a positive. And now we're going to do inequalities. You've been doing inequalities, honestly, since probably first, second grade. It probably just didn't have the fancy word of an inequality, to be honest, okay? An inequality just compares two numbers. That is the definition of it. It compares two numbers. It just compares them. It's going to tell us if they're greater than or less than or equal to. Now, I will even say that some of us still get that, like the words confused. Most of us know which symbol to use. It's just the words. Like if the teacher calls on you, kind of, oh, I don't know which one it is. I have a couple different, what I call kindergarten style ways of teaching this. So it's up to you if you need my methods or if you already got your own method. I call it the alligator. Okay. I don't like drawing all the teeth of the alligator, so I'll show you what I'm talking about. First, this one is called, officially it's called less than. And officially, this one's called greater than. Okay. And the words is what confuses people. So, I will say, my kindergarten style of teaching, I use Pac-Man because Pac-Man doesn't have a bunch of teeth. So, I draw it like this. And my goofy way of thinking about it is that Pac-Man is always going to want to eat more because Miss Donahue likes to eat a lot. So, I always eat the bigger number. So that Pac-Man is heading toward the bigger number. Even if I do this and I draw a Pac-Man around that little guy, he is still going to eat the bigger number. The greater number should be on this side. It's up to you. A lot of y'all used to do little alligator teeth and all that. That is fine. It's just alligator teeth take too long. Okay. The other way I think about it is this, if it helps you. Okay. This is wide open, kind of like right here. And it's fat. It's big. It is pointing at the greater than sign. It is fatter. And this little side is pointing at the less than side because it is kind of like smaller. It's kind of skinny there. So it is the less than side. It is up to you how you think of it. As long as you're kind of what I call giving me the right symbols. Does that make sense? Okay. I will give you one hint. Don't go too messy on me. And I'm going to draw it so people at home can see. Listen, I shouldn't have to guess what symbol that is. That symbol to me is a check mark. They need to be neat enough that I can tell which one you mean. Please, hint, hint, okay? Everybody good so far? Okay. Now, the only other thing I want to show, and I've kind of already talked about it today, but the number line. When you are making a number line, hint, hint, and I'm just going to kind of draw one right here for the fun of it. But if I'm looking at a number line, let's say down here, -20, and a 0, and then let's just say 20, because I'm trying to make it short and sweet. Listen, what end is this? Is this smaller or greater than the other end? Smaller. Even though -20, and let's say -10 is right here. -20 is smaller than -10. As you go this way, it gets bigger. Bigger, 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 bigger. And as you go that way, it gets smaller, smaller, smaller. It's kind of weird, okay? I know I've got a number line on the wall up here, but I will have it covered up on Friday. If you need to make a number line on your paper, that's fine. I don't care, okay? But I will have to kind of cover mine up because this is a lot of the concept is which one's bigger. Okay, so is everybody good with greater than, less than signs? Okay, so let's look at these things. First off, directions and understanding what they're asking. They're asking us to compare the two expressions. All they mean is with the greater than or less than or equal to signs. That's all they're meaning. Give me one of those symbols. Expressions just meaning numbers, and sometimes it could be a math problem. I mean, it could be a, comparing two math problems. Okay, so number one, we have 8 and -5. Which one is bigger? 8, yes. So check your side. Make sure you made it face the same way I did. Okay. How about this one? Which one's bigger? -11 or 3? Sorry, I'm on number 2. -11 or 3? 3. Everybody's got their symbol facing that way. Okay. I'm just kind of wondering. Now, this is where the 6th grade, the negatives are 6th grade, and now the absolute value is 6th grade material, I guess. So I want you to think about it this way. -24 in an absolute value sign, that's what these things are, is really 24. That is 6. So which one is bigger? 24. Be careful that you're, kind of evaluating or thinking about all that. So the absolute value of -2 is 2. This is a 2, so it is equal to. They're equal to. Okay. Now we've got the absolute value of 8 and the number -2. Which one's bigger? 8. And these are the tricks. These are the ones that get the most students. Think about it. Which one is closer to 0? The -10. It is greater than -99. Whatever is closer to 0 is bigger. It's always going bigger that way when you're going across the number line. Okay, everybody good so far? This is the kind of homework, I'm just going to be honest. It's easy breezy, but if you don't do it, you will never know if you can do it. And you don't want to wait until Friday to be like, but I didn't get that. Like, we need you to do the homework so we can check it. Okay, so here we go. Examples. This is the other style of question, I guess. The other style is just listing them in order. So we're going to write each set in order from, and you always want to watch, this one says least to greatest. Least to greatest. So they want you to literally just list them. Now, these are brackets. These are just holding that set of numbers together. These are the numbers they want you to put in order from smallest or least to greatest. Okay, so what is the smallest? -3. Then what? -1. I usually mark them out at the same time. Then what? 0. then 5, then 6. Okay, hint from the old lady here. I usually do leave a little space between them in case I forget one. I can go back and put it in there, okay? I also usually mark them off to make sure I don't skip any. You don't want to get it wrong just because you skipped one, okay? So let's look at this one. Smallest would be -9, then -3, then 0, then 6. That one's kind of goofy, but listen, they do that sometimes. Okay. Make sure you read directions because this says, the next part, question. Now, -9 is smaller than -3. Okay? Tell by the look in your face. That's good. Anybody else? Okay. It's okay. Good questions. Okay. Ordering each set of integers from greatest to least. They love changing the directions in the middle of a worksheet. Be careful. Now it's biggest to smallest. Hint, hint, hint. I need you to write the answer from biggest to smallest, left to right, like you're reading a book. So the biggest number is 11. That means that number has to be here. Then, what is the next biggest number? 3. That's a -4, so be careful. Listen, watch those negative signs. The next biggest number is -4. And then -25. Be careful to put the negative signs. If you skip those, I got to take off points. And then the last one here, greatest number is 30. I was sitting here just double checking. Then 3. Then 2. Then -6. It's kind of weird. I have to sit there and go, I'm going down the number line to the left. And then -18. Just take it slow so you don't skip any. Okay? Now, your homework is officially listed right here. But I'll be honest, it's already on the back because we wanted you to be able to get it done in class. Every class has had plenty of time to get it finished. Okay, it is on the back. You can do it on here or notebook paper if you think you can fit it. So it starts out with greater than or less than, then it goes into least, ordering them from least to greatest. Read this question, number 9, like 3 times if that's what it takes. And then it just keeps going. It's the same type of thing. Okay? Finish through 22. You should be able to show me answers through 22 tomorrow. Now I'm going to kind of look at grade books and make sure everything is updated and good to go.